Hello, aspiring leaders. My name is Leonilda Renaldo, and I am your host in the Be Fluent podcast, made for non-native English leaders who want to speak with impact, confidence, credibility. Let's go straight into today's episode. It's time for a confession. Since we started back in August 2025, I've been quiet for the past 2 months or so, but there's a very good reason. I was preparing for my first TEDx talk. TEDx talk that took place in Maison de la Paix in Geneva, Switzerland, on March 14th. And what an event that was. I want to say thank you to those of you who even reached out and asked if I was okay. I truly appreciate that gesture. I am okay. Although I must admit, it was a very intense period where I was preparing, I was training, I was working with lots of people who were supporting me. So those of you who are listening, you know who you are. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, why is this important to you? Listener, today. Alors, voici l'histoire. In a nutshell, this TEDx talk goes back to a dream that started 8 years ago. 8 years in the making. Why did it take so long? As one of my close friends said in a LinkedIn comment, I want to share that when you have a dream, you have a vision of what you want to accomplish, who you become in the process is what the dream is all about. 8 years ago, I had launched this dream into the universe, saying I want to be on a TEDx stage because I wanted to share the meaning for what I've created in my business, in the training programs and the coachings that I conduct, in the essence of what this podcast is. And that is alignment between who you are, who you become, and who people perceive you as. And when I launched this dream 8 years ago, yes, Leo Dynamics had already gone into existence. But little did I know that meant going back and looking at my why. Why would I start this business? Why would I start this podcast? Simply to support women and men who aspire to lead their organizations, who aspire to lead in their lives. There's something that I called in this TEDx talk authentic intelligence, listening to the AI inside you. Now, the talk isn't out yet, but when it is, you will be the first to know. What I want you to retain from this dream that came into existence, into reality on March 14th, 2026, is that it's important to keep dreaming, because the dream, the time that it takes for the dream to materialize is irrelevant. It's who you become in the process. And listening to that authentic voice, aligning with that authentic voice is the most valuable thing we can do in the age of AI. Because after all, what distinguishes us from the robots? It's our humanity. Let's reconnect with that humanity, with what's important to us deep down inside, and align our actions, how we speak, how we lead with that. So that's what I can promise you in the next few episodes that we will have here in the Be Fluent podcast, is conversations that will go in the direction of authenticity. Now, authenticity isn't perfection. Authenticity is aligned, and it's my mission to help you in this alignment to reconnect to who you are in French, in Spanish, in your mother tongue, with who you can become in English, who you can lead in English, where you can lead, and in those rooms where your voice is more important than ever. That's what I can promise you today. Now, here's what I want you to do. You know, in the 15 years that I have been coaching and teaching, the biggest barrier is never grammar. It's never vocabulary. It's the gap between who you are in your mother tongue and who you allow yourself to be in English, in the global workplace. In your mother tongue, you are precise, warm, credible. You have a voice that carries weight. In English, something happens. Something shrinks. You walk out of that meeting knowing that the room did not get the full version of you. And that is what I'm here for. Language is not the problem. Credibility and alignment are. How do I sound more like me? Ça, c'est la vraie question. That's the real question. So here's what I want you to do today. As soon as you finish listening today to this episode, I want you to think of one recent moment, a meeting, a presentation, a conversation. You spoke the smaller version of your thought instead of the full one, where you chose safe instead of precise. Got it? Now you can say this out loud, record yourself, and notice the difference between the mother tongue version and the English version. Okay? That's what I want you to do. And if you want a structured way to start closing the gap between who you are in your mother tongue and who you are in English, I have built something for you. It is called the 14-day English Leadership Drill. It is free, 5 minutes a day, and it's built around the scenarios where that gap costs you the most. The board update, the client pitch, the objection you need to hold under pressure. The link is in the show notes. Start tomorrow morning or even this evening, but start, okay? And then I'd love to hear from you. Let me know on LinkedIn, on socials, email. Let me know how it goes. There are new episodes every 2 weeks. Subscribe now so you don't miss a single one. Be prepared so that you can stop waiting and start speaking. That's what I want for you. I want you to succeed with alignment, with your authentic voice. If what you heard today resonated, if you recognized yourself in that gap between the safe version and the true version, I want to talk to you, not in an episode, in a real conversation. Book a discovery call with me, 15, 20 minutes. It costs nothing. And it will tell you exactly what your next step will be. Okay? My name is Leonilda Renaldo, and it's been a pleasure to be with you today on the Be Fluent podcast. All the best. À bientôt.